21 children have been rescued in a police operation to clamp down on fishermen using children for fishing on the Volta Lake. Now, most of the children, who were originally from different parts of the country, were compelled to work in slave-like conditions in the Afram Plains fishing community known as Lake. I hope I've said that right. Forgive me if I haven't. Now, one of the many suspected trafficked children we chose to call Kwame to protect his identity has been talking about how he was compelled by his master to return to the lake to fish one day after one of his colleagues drowned. Here's Maxwell Agbaba's chilling report.
Lake Volta has a booming fishing industry, a source of livelihood for many who live along its banks, but also a source of pain and anguish for many children who are taken from different places in Ghana to work as child slaves.
We're on a boat right now from Tepa, Abotuase, and heading to one of the island communities around Afram Plains. Well, ahead of me, we have two boats. There's another one behind, and then another speedboat, all going for this rescue mission. It is my first time on a boat like this. It promises already to be adventurous.
The trip to the island community of Edrakota was like a journey to eternity. Police say they had done extensive work prior to the rescue mission. After many days of investigations, they say 24 children and 11 boat owners were identified. The personnel arrived in the community knowing who they were going after.
Noted.
They all had copies of a booklet which had images of the suspected trafficked children and traffickers. 9 boat owners who were uncovered by undercover investigations were arrested.
Operation Ablode is still ongoing here at Edrakota, a community at the banks of the Volta Lake. What is ongoing behind me now is interrogation by the Criminal Investigations Department. The suspects are here, but surprisingly, all the children in the community have gone missing. The only people here on the banks of the river are women and men. We can't find the children.
The team will later learn the community had prior information. According to Deputy Public Relations Officer of the Eastern Regional Police, Francis Gomado, the boat owners hid the children in their rooms, adjoining communities and the bush.
And when I was probing further to know the reason why we could not meet the children, it was clear from the chief's own words that he was even telling the people that they should let the children come so that we have interview with them. Those that are supposed to be helped will help them. But they didn't listen. We have it in mind that we don't want to antagonize anybody.
It is 4:33 a.m. Right now, and what is happening behind me, we have the arrival of some of the suspected trafficked children. After many hours of interrogation by the Criminal Investigations Department, we've had these children arriving here, and the rest of the process will continue.
Police picked intelligence the children were being transported back to Ningo Pram Pram, where they were taken. Deputy PRO of the Eastern Region Police provides details.
They were put in a car, a bus, with one male and one female to actually lead them to where they brought them from. And the vehicle that was transporting the 16 of the trafficked children, suspected trafficked children, were intercepted at Atimpoku.
I've met one of them I choose to call Kwame. He says he lived on the same compound with one of the boys who drowned on the lake. He says his master beat him on the lake with a rope. He has not set eyes on his parents since he was taken to the fishing community many years ago.
On
that day, we did not go with them. One of the children was screaming. He had entered the lake to remove the nets. The man he went with left him. He drowned.
I lived
in the same house with the boy who died. I told him I was scared, but he allayed our fears. He said nothing will happen to us. We cast the net, we paddle the canoe. He usually beats us on the lake with a rope just to get us to work faster. He does not allow us to go out to play, not even football, with our friends.
When JoyNews contacted the director of the anti-human trafficking at the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection, she said the Eastern Region Police did the rescue and are in the position to speak to it. Public Relations Officer of the Eastern Regional Police, Francis Gumado, says police would make sure fishermen who use children in fishing on the Volta Lake are made to face the full rigors of the law.
Let me reiterate the commitment of the Eastern Regional Police Command to deal ruthlessly with boat masters who use children for fishing on the Volta Lake. So 8 of them were put before Koforia Circuit Court B yesterday morning.
For these rescued children, life has just started as they are assured of balanced meal, proper health care and education. Government continues to put in efforts to clamp down on the menace of child trafficking and the use of children for fishing on Lake Volta. But it appears more needs to be done to save the situation. Maxwell Agbagba, JoyNews.
Maxwell Agbagba reporting for us. He's actually also joining me in the studio alongside a young man who was once taken when he was 7 to work on the lake, doing all sorts of things you can imagine, casting the net, diving sometimes, and he witnessed a friend of his die in the process. Well, thankfully, he survived it, and he's here to share his story with us. So good morning to you, gentlemen. Maxwell.
Good morning.
Godson, thank you for agreeing to do this. But you've been doing some things in this area today, right? As in presently, what do you do? Tell us what you do now.
Okay. I came to share my story about how I live in the lake.
Okay, but what do you do now?
Now, I'm an electrician now.
Oh, you're an electrician.
Yeah.
Okay, Maxwell. Let's start with this. First of all, this police operation and how far we've come with this. Remember that the MP for the area initially disputed and said some people were being kidnapped, but the police had a certain operation which you were part of. Tell us about it.
Well, the latest is that the first they picked up 9 suspects, the people who were allegedly using the children on Lake Volta for fishing. They picked them up, and after interrogations and some questioning, they let go of 1 person because they say he's a witness. So 8 people are now in the custody of the police. The last time they were at the court was sometime last week when we're still, there. They're set to reappear before a court in Koforidua tomorrow.
Okay.
So as we speak right now, they're still, in police custody. On the day when we visited the community itself, like you had.
As in the day of the police operation.
The day of the,
to rescue the children.
To rescue the children. It was interesting. Because the Eastern Region now, police, they had pictures. They had everything that all the people they were going after.
Oh,
they had pictures of the suspected trafficked children. They had pictures of the, the fishermen or the boat owners who were using the children for fishing on Lake Volta. But something interesting happened, and later we're told by the community people that it's strange for them to actually see boats, like 4 different boats coming to their community. So they saw the boats approaching the community, and then they knew that, okay, the information that they had picked up earlier, that there will be a police rescue operation to take all of these children, away, is actually going to happen. So they had to rush. Some of them went to hide in the bush, and, some are joining towns and many other, places.
So this particular community is called what?
Okay, it's called Edrakota.
Godson. Let me come to Godson. Godson. Where were you? You were 7 years when you were taken, but where were you before? Qatar. Yeah. With your family? Your mother, your father?
My father.
With your father?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to speak up a bit for us so my viewers can hear you. So you were living with only your father?
My father.
Did you have your siblings with you? Were there other children?
No.
It was only you and your father?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did he decide to offer you to somebody else to take you away?
Okay, my father only told me that No, the first time I was 7 years and I was studying in school before the vacation time. When the man come, say, want to take me through the vacation, I'll be back. After the vacation, I went in the place called Madagascar.
Madagascar?
Yeah, in a farm place.
Okay.
When he took me in there, he couldn't brought me back.
So the first time you went, your understanding was that you were going to spend the holidays with this man. Doing what? Did he tell you what you were going to be doing with him? Okay.
I went there before I know.
Okay, but did you know that? Do you know if he gave your father some money before he took you?
No.
Okay. So you were taken. This was at age 7.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what did you go and do?
My father told me that I will be back soon after the vacation. But when I went, I couldn't come back. I just wasn't going to fishing every day. We wake up at 4 a.m. and go to fishing. I come back 6 p.m.
Okay.
Every day.
Was it only you or there were other children?
No, it's only me.
Only you with the man,
Yeah.
and then you go on the lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day we're going to the fish. Every day. But it reached a time my master started beating me, training me somehow.
Beating you, why?
Yeah, because I'm not that old to work hard. Yeah, because the leg, if you want, you have to work hard. I'm not old enough to do that job. So always beating me. He always beat me.
And how did that make you feel even at that young age of 7? You were there for how long?
Yeah, for 10 years.
10 years.
Yes, making myself. And my old age is 17 years.
Yeah. So what were you thinking? What was going on in your mind? Did you ever think that you go back to your father in Qatar?
Yeah. But about that age, I don't know the way to pass. That's it.
So you wanted to run away if you could?
Yeah.
Did you make an attempt?
Yeah. Even I tried to kill myself because I'm passing through the lot. So I try to kill myself sometimes.
I understand you were made to dive sometimes.
Yeah. My master asked me to dive to a tangle net.
Okay.
And I went, I test by my wound in my chest. Yeah.
You dived into the water, and then what happened?
Like I stunned myself on a stick, and I just by my chest. But through the out, I hate. But one more time we are going.
How old were you then?
Always we are going to tangle the net.
Yeah, no, but at this time, you don't mind showing us this wound on your chest.
Yeah.
Do you want to show us? But at what age were you then when this occurred?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Godson is going to show us this wound from diving into the lake. But whilst go ahead and show us. But Maxwell, whilst he does that, this is the story that he's sharing is similar to many that you've also heard from these children, right?
Yeah.
Maxwell?
So the police actually gave us the opportunity to interact with some of the children after they were rescued. And some of the things that you hear, a lot of them, quite, horrifying. What we were able to also establish was the, semen indoctrination that they go through when they are with their masters. So some of the children, when you meet them for the first time and you want to interact with them, what they do is to shy away from you because they've been told that if you meet anyone who is not your master, do not interact with them. And there are instances where even when they see our cameras, I mean, children 6 years, 7 years will tell you, no, I don't want you to film me. And they get angry that, no, I don't want you to film me because they've been told that, if the police comes, when they arrest you and you are taken away, you would be. Some of them told us that they were told by their masters that when they are taken away by the rescue team, they'll be killed. They will use them for human sacrifice.
Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Did your master tell you don't speak to anybody? Things like that?
No.
Okay. Yeah. But you are going to show us the scar that you have from this incident that you suffered from. And we'll try and see if the cameras can pick up what Godson is showing us on the chest. There you have it. So So what happened? Were you taken to the hospital when this happened?
No, there's no hospital over there.
How did you heal then?
By the grace, I met old lady that helped me.
And your master, so when you were sick, what happened?
He ran away from me.
Oh, he ran away from you?
He ran away after that before he came.
But he came back?
Yeah, he came back.
And he still used you to work?
Yeah.
So how did this whole thing make you feel?
Yeah, make me feel bad. That's why I say several times I want to kill myself or do something bad to myself.
Yeah. Why did you want to kill yourself at some point?
Because from 10 good years, I didn't see my mom, my dad, my family member. Yeah. So that would make me to kill myself.
But do you have siblings?
No.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I just have brothers.
You have brothers?
Yeah.
Okay, but you said you were living with your dad.
Yeah.
Your mom was not there in Qatar with you? Was your mom there?
No.
Your mom was not there.
Yeah.
And where were your brothers?
Some are in Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maxwell, on this operation,
yeah.
What was the youngest person? How old was the youngest?
We're told the youngest person is like 6.
6
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, like 6 years.
6 years.
Like 6 years.
But Godson, you still know what is happening in their Front Plains area.
Yeah.
You know that this thing is still happening in Madagascar.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Like, what are you doing about what is happening now? Are you involved in anything? I know that you are an electrician, but do you still care about the children who are doing what you used to do before?
Yeah. I care for them. And I want to encourage the people to stop going to the lake. I want them to stop because it is not good. It's very, very bad. It's not good.
But you know, just saying they should stop, because even the police go after them.
Yeah.
And some people still engage in it. So think about it. I'll come back and ask how we really can stop this. Godson has also gone on to do other things, speaking on different platforms. We'll also share a bit of some of the things that he's been up to with you. But more of, so you were rescued when you were 17. Who rescued you?
Social welfare and police.
As in the Ghana Social Welfare?
Yeah, Ghana Social Welfare and Ghana Police Service.
Do you remember the day when they came to pick you up?
Yeah.
What happened on that day? Morning, afternoon, evening?
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah. 10 a.m.
Okay.
That was 10 a.m.
What were you doing then?
Yeah, we were in the lake, tying the net before.
Okay. With your master?
No, with my friend called Dominic and the little boy called John. We had 3 numbers before the rescue.
Okay. But was there any master with you? No master. It was just the 3 of you?
Yeah.
Working?
Yeah.
And then what did they say when they came for you? What did they say? Somebody told them that you were there, or did you call for help?
No, I didn't call for help. They just wrote their number to them. Yeah. The police wrote their number to my friend called Dominic.
Okay.
So that they'll give it to them.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, my master ran away again. So he couldn't come.
So where did they take you to?
Tema.
Tema?
Yeah.
Where, as in police station?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened?
No. When they take me, then they give me dress, they give me food, they give me a lot.
Okay. So at what point did you go back to Qatar?
Qatar, 2015.
2015.
2016.
So
yeah,
at this point, you were 17 years.
Yeah.
You were taken when you were 7.
17.
You only returned when you were 17. And Qatar had changed.
Yeah. Everything has changed. First of all, when my mom saw me, she couldn't recognize me because I'm cruel. Yeah.
So you were taken with the promise of you going to school, but you didn't go to school. You only ended up on the lake.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maxwell, do you know what the children who were rescued in this recent operation, where are they?
Well, because of security reasons, police will not tell us where they are at the moment. But we know, we are informed that they're going through, they're still going through the rehabilitation process. So there's the aftercare that they are given, even after they have been rescued. So because of some of the experiences that they go through, just as Godson, shared,
just to help them overcome those, experiences and get them back to their normal state. So I hear that is a lot of work that go on, like even after the that goes on even after the rescue. So they would have to rehabilitate them, teach them, sometimes reintegrate them properly before they take them back to the communities where they were picked. Yeah, so a lot of the children we interacted with, a lot of them told us that they came from Ningo, and that was where they were being returned, to when police at Atimpoku impounded the vehicle that was taking them back. You remember when the police operation team went to the community, all the children were not, around. Their boatmasters had hidden them at police. So on the blind side of the police, sometime around, I think at dawn on Sunday, they were being transported. 2 adults.
Because somebody had tipped them off that the police
Exactly. So after the police left after the operation, that dawn, they were being transported on the blind side of the police back to the communities where they were picked from, so they can reunite with their families. But then the intelligence on the ground, police was alerted to this, and then they were able to impound the vehicle and then get them back.
So how many children are we talking about?
In all, we told that 21 children have been,
and the
rescued.
youngest is like 6.
It's like 6 years old. Mama, you should see them. Very, 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 small. I should say tiny.
This is heartbreaking. But, Godson went through a lot. He survived the lake. He survived doing odd jobs from age 7. And then let's listen to him and we'll tell you where this is.
As I dove into the water, I stabbed my chest on a tree. Looking at my blood on the water, I considered myself to be a dead person. Despite the cut on my chest, my master being very wicked, he expects me to work every day. And with the trauma and the hardship I was going through, I decided to end my life. But surprisingly, I met a young lady in the community and she took the poison away from me. And she told me if I take this poison, I will only end my star. In my own opinion, I believe this lady was sent from God to save my life. Afterwards, we continued the fishing. One morning, we went for fishing. When I was arrested, I asked myself, what have I done to the Ghana police to arrest me? Little did I know they were rather coming to save my life.
So that's Godson speaking there. That's on international stage. Godson, that's Texas.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
So you've been going places. See how God works. So you've been to Texas.
Yeah.
And then what mission was this? What did you go there to do? This was you going to share your story to who?
Share my success story to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then have you been sharing it on other platforms?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I went to Pando and I went to Germany.
Okay.
I shared my success story to them.
You went to Pando, you went to Germany, but these are places where they pick some of the children from.
Yeah.
What did parents ask you? What did other children ask you?
Oh, they are crying. They're just crying. They didn't ask me any question.
Maxwell, this was 21 children rescued in this operation. I'm just wondering, listening to God saying, if this had not happened, these children will still be working today. Exactly. And indeed, there are children who are working right now as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, although government, is putting a lot of, effort, We know that with the Human Trafficking Act 2005, we know with the establishment of the Secretariat on Anti-Human Trafficking, we know there's a unit within the Ghana Police Service, an Anti-Human Trafficking unit of the Ghana Police Service. I mean, we know a lot of efforts, you know, going in to stop this practice, but it looks like it's still there. And there are times that if you've not seen it, if you've not lived that experience, you may be tempted to think that it's just, it doesn't really exist. It's just people just, you know, it's a cock and bull story. People just cooking up stories just to, you know.
But this is not Ghana. Sometimes you say, oh no, this is not Ghana.
You have to live it. You have to experience it. I remember when we were going on the island from Tapabotuase to the island, that island community, it took us 2 hours, 30 minutes. And it's 2 hours, 30 minutes on the lake. I mean, you can't make calls because there's no reception. You can't get any network. You can't do anything. The 2 hours, 30 minutes. And we're even in a big boat. I was in a life jacket. But at the point when the current, you know, became very strong, I was scared. But these children, little children, I saw some of them in small boats, like very small boats.
No life jacket.
No life jacket.
With somebody who calls himself a master, ordering them about.
Just them going about casting the net, I mean, paddling the canoe, doing a lot of different things, you know, on the Lake Volta. At this age, if I could get scared even in a life jacket, I don't know the trauma and then experience. He told, I mean, on that platform, I watched the video on that platform, he talked about how one of his colleagues, also when he was there, also died.
Yeah. Maybe Godson, you can tell us about, you witnessed somebody die?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
My friend. We went to the lake. That day there's strong wind. He died. He couldn't come out.
He died because the nets got tangled and he was asked to get into the water.
Yeah.
And he didn't come out?
Yeah.
How did you move on after that? How did you get over that?
After that, 3 days before they found the body. And after that, I'm always scared. But your master asks you to go. You have to go. So I'll keep on doing it.
But today you're an electrician.
Yeah.
You have a shop?
Yeah.
So what's in your shop?
Divine Favor Electricals.
Where is your shop?
In Aketa.
Oh, the name of your shop is what?
Divine Favor Electricals.
Divine Favor Electricals. Is there a reason for the name? Why did you choose the name?
Because there is a favor upon me.
Yeah.
That's it.
I believe you. So it's in Kata?
Yeah.
What does your father make of you today?
My father is not around. He's in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah. So I stay with my mom.
Okay. Your mom is proud of you?
Yeah.
But do you, any regrets? You missed the opportunity to continue your education, obviously.
No, I can continue.
Oh, you can. Do you want to go back to school now? So what's the plan?
Okay.
Do you have a master plan? There's Katasco, there's Zico.
Yeah, school.
Yes.
But I want to go to technical school again.
Okay. Yeah.
So I want to go to Zico.
Oh! You want to go to Zico? Oh gosh. Okay, I'm excited because that's my old school.
Okay.
All right. So today you're okay.
Yeah.
How old are you today? How old are you
21.
now? 21.
Yeah.
Nice. And what's the plan for the future? Where do you see yourself? Maybe in the next 5 years?
Okay. As for now, I can see and I can believe that my future will be bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And sharing your story. Okay. I can somehow relate because he's going to go to Zico, and I can relate because I know Keta. Yeah. Yeah. Maxwell, what's the next leg of this operation? Is that it, or the police will be doing this frequently?
Like the PR mentioned, they said they'll be continue with this operation to clamp down on fishermen using, children on fishing. But I think there's a lot more to it, in terms of logistics, in terms of, sensitizing parents.
Yeah.
Because for some of the children we interacted with, they tell us that, the people came to them, the fishermen came to their community, some of them, in Ningo, and then say, oh, I want to check your child, I want to do this. Then they pick the child, pay some money, and then they take them away with a promise of, educating, them. Some of the children we interacted with told us all of this. So I think it has to do with sensitization, like letting parents know, telling these stories, like Godson's story, for instance, telling them the kind of trauma, the kind of hazardous work they're exposed to when they're on the Volta Lake, letting parents know. And I'm sure, when parents know this, definitely they will think twice before allowing their children to go on the Lake Volta to go and work.
Godson, I feel like giving you the last opportunity to talk to people. If somebody has just survived what you survived, what would you tell them? How can they move on? What do you need to get over that experience?
I just will advise them to focus the thing that they want to do.
So focus.
To focus.
Okay. Thank you very much, and we wish you the very best with the education and every other thing that you go on to do.